Yeah, let's do it. Don't screw up, Mark. This is Jay and Dan.
Hey now. Sports Center with Jay and Dan, brought to you by Tim Hortons. Delicious sweet tea on Wednesday. Oh, nothing like that to
You brought that in for me.
It was much earlier in the day. I don't think you can argue with what I'm about to say.
Oh, I'll decide that one, Dan.
Bianca Andreescu is the story in Canadian sports this year.
Yeah, it's, well, Raptors won the title.
But for a Canadian athlete.
For an individual athlete.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, Dan. Bianca Andreescu can become the first Canadian to reach the U.S. Open semifinals since 1984 when Carling Bassett-Seguso did it. Andreescu taking on 25-seed Elise Mertens of Belgium. Down early in the first, comes to the net, cannot execute. Mertens jumps out to a 4-1 lead. Mertens seeking her second career major semifinal. Chases down the short ball and chips the incredible cross-court. She won the first set 6-3. That is just the second set Bianca has lost in this tournament. Andreescu has come back from a set down to win 9 times this year. 9 times. Early second set, lunging volley. She broke at love, her first break of the match. Mertens broke back a game later. Big moment, 2-all. Andreescu playing some incredible defense, down 15-30. The desperation lob from the baseline, and Mertens nets the forehand. Bianca won 4 straight points to hold. With a win, Andreescu would guarantee herself a spot in the top 10 WTA rankings come Monday. She broke 3 times in the second set. She won it 6-2, so we are off to a third and deciding set. Andreescu, she's won 11 straight 3-set matches, 3-all.
That is going to
beautiful lob. Looking for a 29th hardcourt win this year. That would be tops of the WTA Tour. Next game, Andreescu, break point. 0 for 6 on break chances in the set. Huge backhand. She finally breaks Mertens. Next game, Andreescu serving for the match.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
She's got the whole package, doesn't she? And now she's got her first place in a major semifinal.
Love that she kept saying, is this real life? Is this real life?
From both players.
Yeah,
First teenager to reach the semis in a decade. Bianca was asked to put this moment into words.
Her first serve, but it's this.
This is honestly so crazy. A year ago, I was in the qualifying round. I remember I was suffering from a back injury, and now what I've accomplished this year, I'm honestly speechless. I need someone to pinch me right now. Is this honestly, like, is this real life? Is this real life?
Dropping the first set, what are you telling yourself in between those sets?
Get your together.
She's great. She's just great. Just love her. Andreescu, the 4th woman in the last 50 years to make the U.S. Open semifinal in her debut, joining Venus Williams, Pam Shriver, and Chris Evert. And also the first Canadian, as I mentioned, to reach the semis at the U.S. Open since 1984 when Carling Bassett-Seguso did so. And to talk more about Bianca Andreescu's quarterfinal win, we are joined by Mark Rowe, who's been covering the U.S. Open for TSN and doing a terrific job of it. Mark, she lost the first set. She turns it around after that. What was the biggest adjustment she made after that first set?
Yeah, I think it was just her patience, Jay. You know, she has this incredible quality that every time that she walks onto the court, she believes she's the better player. She has this confidence that very few players can truly say that it doesn't matter what happens, they know that they can outduel their opponent. And, you know, I think the first set obviously didn't go her way, and I think you got to give Elise Mertens a lot of credit for the way that she played. But I think Andreescu knows that she has, you know, more shots in her arsenal. She's got more ability to kind of find ways to win a match. And we've seen that throughout this tournament. We've seen it throughout the year, that in the big moments, she's been the better player. And she used that tennis IQ in this match to kind of break down Mertens in the second set, and then just took the one break in the third. But it's just an incredible story, and we're all waiting for her to start acting like a 19-year-old because she's like this poised veteran here in this tournament.
Mark, you've spoken to Bianca after each of her wins. You've spoken to her on the court. That starts on the outside courts. That's where she started the tournament. Then she moves in under the lights. Nothing seems to faze her.
That's right. I actually did my first couple just over here with about 200 people watching it. Thought it was some of my best work, and the audience really loved it. But anyways, yeah, you know, like it's hilarious though. Like she loves the spotlight. Like she loves playing the best players in the world. She has a perfect record against top 10 players this year. She's still waiting to have to face a top 10 player in this tournament. But you're right. Like at some point, like all these analysts here are saying that she's the future of tennis, and you know she's going to win Grand Slams, and she's going to be world #1. If you're a teenager, wouldn't you be reading those headlines and being like, yeah, I'm awesome, I don't have to work hard? And she doesn't do it. And you know, she's taking it, she's so methodical, and you know, the practice sessions she does over here are pretty unbelievable. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun, not just to see what she can do this week in New York, but just this career that's just getting going. This is her first year on tour. It's pretty unbelievable.
She thrives under the spotlight. You know who else thrives under the spotlight? Mark Rowe. Mark Rowe, thank you very much.
Oh, well, I didn't want to have to say it, but hey, you did for me, so thanks, buddy.
What a guy. Another quarterfinal. 13 seed Belinda Bencic taking on 23 seed Donna Vekic. So it's Bencic versus Vekic. Neither player has ever made a Grand Slam semifinal. Bencic hammers the return winner. She broke to get back on serve. Set needed a tiebreak. Bencic serves out wide, hits the cross-court forehand. Bencic coming off an upset win over world #1 Naomi Osaka. She wins the breaker 7-5. Second set, luck on Bencic's side. She even apologized that it landed in. She wins the match in straight sets, becoming the first Swiss woman to reach the U.S. Open semis since Martina Hingis in 2001. She'll face Bianca in the semifinal on Thursday. There it is. Bianca bidding to become the first teenager to win a major title since 19-year-old Maria Sharapova won the 2006 U.S. Open, and she's the first teenager to reach the U.S. Open semifinals since Carolina Wozniacki in 2009, and we will have it for you on Thursday night.
Rafa Nadal hasn't lost in the U.S. Open quarter since 2006, facing his friend Diego Schwartzman after Nadal won the first set up 4-1 of the second. Break point whips the trademark forehand down the line. That is gorgeous stuff. 18-time Grand Slam champ. Takes a commanding 5-1 lead, but ensuing game, Schwartzman refuses to leave. I mean, Schwartzman, diminutive, doing everything he can to stay alive. He'd actually break Nadal a few minutes later, then again in his next return game to come back from 5-1 down to tie it at 5. But Rafa would bounce back. How about this? Ooh, boy. He'd break to win a grueling set and take the match in straight sets as Rafa is on to the semis.
13 seed, Gael Monfils taking on number 24, Matteo Berrettini. Monfils' girlfriend, Elena Svitolina, already booked a spot in the women's semifinals. Fifth set, Berrettini trying to book a spot in his first major semifinal. Good defense, puts away the smash.
It's a great start to the game for the Italian.
Monfils came back from a breakdown once in the set already. Next game, Berrettini finds a great angle on the forehand and sends Monfils sliding.
Oh, incredible forehands, and a little bit of justice done now, I think.
Match point.
And we hope the
Berrettini. And ugly double fall. Monfils alive. Very next point. 25-shot rally. Longest of the match to this point. Monfils rips the forehand and breaks Berrettini to extend the match. 6-5. Monfils serving to force a tiebreak. Lob from Berrettini. Just catches the baseline. Berrettini earns match point on Monfils' serve. Match point number 3. Another long rally between the pair. Berrettini finds the net. Fails to convert on 3 match points. Tiebreak, Monfils down 4-2. Commits one of his 17 double faults. 5 in the 5th set alone. Next point.
He got it. The passing shot clean and pure and crisp. He's not done yet.
Monfils battled back to 5-4. Berrettini to the net and puts away the volley. That gives him 2 more match points. Match point number 5. Berrettini serve. Too big. Berrettini, the second Italian man to reach the U.S. Open semifinals as he wins. And Berrettini looking to become only the 3rd Italian man to win a Grand Slam and first since 1976. Nadal, he's reached the semis in all 4 majors this year, doing so for the 2nd time in his career. Doing it, I don't think that was worded correctly. Doing so. Oh, for the 2nd time in his career.
They needed a comma in there. The Mets. They're the Mets. But after blowing a 6-run lead to Washington Tuesday in the 9th inning, there was one piece of good news. Wednesday's game between the 2 teams was at 1 p.m. Eastern, so they didn't have to wait long, those Mets, for redemption. These are the headlines of New York area newspapers on Wednesday. They never do hold back, do they?
No.
Top 4 tied at 1. Mets and Nats. Robinson Cano.
Sends one to left center. That's going to have plenty of distance. In fact,
Yeah, these 2 teams chasing playoff positioning. Pete Alonso, 44 home runs on the year. He's a rookie, and he crushes one to left, and he is leading the major leagues in home runs with 45. If he becomes the player with the most home runs in the majors this year, he'd be the first rookie to do that ever. Bottom 6 now 7-2. Could the Nats pull off another comeback? 2 on Anthony Rendon. Brings home both runners, cuts the lead to 7-4. Next batter, Juan Soto, dangerous. Goes down swinging.
Soto chases.
Jump to the 9th, now 8-4. Washington still got a chance. 1 on. Victor Robles rounds into the game-ending fielder's choice. And the Mets come back to win a game after that humiliating defeat on Tuesday.
Comeback today.
Phillies Reds, that's Michael Lorenzen. He did something Wednesday that hadn't been done in 100 years. In the 7th, Lorenzen caged Brad Miller. Lorenzen pitched 2 innings, allowing only 1 run. When he came up to bat in the 8th, Lorenzen was in line for the win. Lorenzen's first hit of the season is a home run. Okay, now in the 9th, Lorenzen's playing center field with 2 out. Adam Hazley lines out to end the game. So Lorenzen becomes the first player since Babe Ruth in 1921 to earn a win, hit a home run, and play in the field in the same game as the Reds win.
Get the victory, and with that loss, the Cards now just 2.5 games up on the Cubbies for that NL Central League. Cubs, 2nd wild card spot. Washington hold on to the tops of the wild card. As you can see, the Mets, according to our stats guy, Hound Dog Harrison, the Mets are not worthy of this standings board. Not worthy. The Zeke drama in Dallas is over. We'll have details about Ezekiel Elliott's extension with the Cowboys. Fantasy football owners, you're going to be happy about that, assuming you got him in your draft.
White Sox and Indians flashing back to Tuesday. Carlos Carrasco returning to baseball as he continues to battle cancer. Got a massive ovation, as you might expect. Opposing team even. Fellow pitcher Shane Bieber getting this first start in September. He tweeted out that for every strikeout in September, he will donate $100 to cancer research in honor of Carrasco. Bottom 1. Jose Abreu. at the dish.
Gave up 5 runs.
And
3.
got him. So that's $100 on the board.
And the payoff pitch.
Strikeout 5 through 3 innings of work. So that's $500 to start the game. Okay, now we're going. At 7 Ks and $700. Gets a couple more batters. 9 strikeouts over 7 innings. That's $900. It wasn't only Bieber. Francisco Lindor saying he's going to donate $1,000 for every Cleveland win in September. Top of the 9th. Oscar Mercado with a $1,000 catch. That sealed it pretty much as Cleveland donates $1,900 for cancer research.
Awesome.
As they beat the White Sox.
Very cool.
You cannot be stunned on this.
What a catch.
Let's walk over to the other set. That's what we do here, and it's appropriate that this walkover is sponsored by Zeke's 8-minute Cabo workout.
That Cabo workout did wonders for him.
He got paid, Dan.
Big time.
He got paid on Wednesday morning, early. Ezekiel Elliott agrees to a 6-year, $90 million deal with the Cowboys, including a record $50 million guaranteed for a running back. He'll earn more than $100 million through 2026. He is the highest paid running back in history. Elliott is expected to play Sunday against the Giants in a game you can see on TSN. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange Wednesday morning and spoke to CNBC about getting the deal done with his star running back.
Well, I just turned my pockets out upstairs. It means I'm $100 million lighter as of this morning. But seriously, Zeke has been arguably our best player. I'm not trying to be unfair to anybody else, but he's an incremental part to our success. Zeke has a big heart. Now he's got a thick pocketbook, too.
Loves his pocketbooks.
You imagine if Zeke actually did have a pocketbook?
So a pocketbook is just like a big wallet, right? It's like a long wallet back in the day, like an old-timey wallet, is it?
I guess.
I don't even know.
A big wallet.
Zeke's
big wallet.
the only player in the league to average over 90 yards on the ground in 2018.
Yeah, this is big. Now Dak's got to get paid.
Connor McDavid. He was not at the Edmonton Oilers' informal skate on Wednesday as he continues to recover from a ligament tear in his left knee. Oilers president and GM Ken Holland said on his captain, quote, "The plan is to be conservative and look at the big picture. He's been skating since late July, early August. He's getting better every week. Let's get him to Edmonton, see where he's at in 3 weeks. I expect him on ice early in camp. It's up to the doctors to decide when he can take contact. Let's be safe, not sorry." End quote.
I don't think he's, I don't know.
Why Russia?
I don't think he's going to play throughout the preseason. Why would you play him? I don't understand why you play him in a single preseason game.
That's right.
Just have him
Just skate around by himself.
Just skate in a corner. Skate circles around one of the face-off dots. And then be like, you good on the dots? You're done for the day? You're done for the week.
New Oilers forward James Neal was at the informal skate Wednesday in Edmonton. After a rough year in Calgary last season, he's ready for a fresh start with another new team.
4 teams in 4 years for James Neal. And last year, you know, he was Mr. 20 goals every year minimum. Last year, a tough year for him. Career low 19 points. So he's motivated.
You know what he still is?
What's that?
The real deal.
He is the real deal. What was Evander Holyfield's nickname? The real deal? Yeah.
Can't you use it for a different sport?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Austin Matthews, Poppy, as we like to call him, among the Maple Leafs taking part in an informal skate in Toronto Wednesday. Matthews scored 3 goals during the scrimmage. Dan loves that stat.
It's a scrimmage. We're keeping stats on scrimmages.
Austin's got 3 in the scrimmage. So you may be confused as we were when Freddie Anderson said until after the football season. What we think he means is after the NFL season, going into the new year, he would start to play more and more games and ramp it up toward the postseason.
I've never heard a hockey player use that as a time reference as to when they're going to ramp things up.
But load management, which started in the NBA, is permeating the other leagues now. It's cool.
Kawhi Leonard, trendsetter.
You know what would also be cool is if we did load management here at TSN, right?
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
What?
Look there's like a centipede on the floor. It's massive. What is
Glenn,
that?
Can we get a shot of that?
Well, maybe Carlton can get it. Hey, new Flames, Milan Lucic and Cam Talbot participated in the team's golf tournament on Wednesday. Both players are excited for their new start.
It's a new start for them. Are we going to show it? Let's show the centipede.
What is this thing?
We don't know if it's a centipede or whatever.
I don't know if it's a centipede or not.
Okay.
Oh, my God!
It's cool, though. Let's see if we can make it move a little bit.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh, wait.
Go back to
Oh, my God. Oh, look at him go. Oh, he's coming at me.
Okay, we lost it.
He's gone.
He's going towards
Back that
Glenn
way
now.
now.
No, we've got all cameras on the bug.
It's coming after Glenn. All right, he'll be okay.
Sorry about
Cameraman
that.
Glenn was eaten by a centipede tonight.
Gino,
Where's our marinara sauce?
he comes into our office and has our gum and our candy every day. We want some of this marinara sauce.
Saw this on your Instagram, Gino. You made all the delicious sauce in your garage, and we want some.
Yeah.
And actually, cameraman Glenn caught the centipede, and he looks smaller now somehow.
Young?
Oh, I think he lost one of his antennae.
You know, a young Gino.
Little Gino Retta. That's what we'll name him. We'll be back with Little Gino Retta and the Channels on Jay and Ned next. These are our favorite, least favorite plays from Wednesday. Andrew Benintendi. Little check swing. Jose Barrios. Beautiful play. Very high degree of difficulty on that throw. And he got it done.
Wilson Ramos, ground ball the second. Howie Kendrick, great stab, strong throw, gets the out. Strong play. Howie
Got to challenge that, right?
Kendrick.
What a play.
Matt Beatty. The chopper to third. Nolan Arenado, yes, classic Arenado. I just saw Mary Hart was behind the plate.
Not as good of a sound, not as hard.
So attending Dodger games again, that's good to see. Former Entertainment Tonight host.
Adam Hazley tracking, leaping. Look at that catch. Takes a home run away from Freddie Galvis. That's Adam Hazley.
Belinda Bencic, backhand. Belinda Bencic, backhand. Clips the net, bounces off the top of the net, and it's a winner.
Both players.
Jerks and profile. Pops on a shallow center. Guess who's out there? That's Mike Troutland.
Trout's got to come racing in on it. Dives.
Trout going fishing in the dark.
Play by Mike Trout. Full steam ahead.
Lying on his back and counting the stars.
The distance he had to cover to get to that pop-up.
Nitty gritty dirt pit. Hilo Jimenez. Bases loaded. Blazer. Oscar Mercado.
Like Superman.
That is extremely nice.
This rally between Nadal and Schwartzman, unreal. Schwartzman looks down and out in multiple occasions. So right here, Nadal, no, can't put it away. Okay, this one, you're done. Nope, Schwartzman's like, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, now you're done. Nope. Schwartzman, all 5'7" of them covering that court.
I love that. The racket clap. What a gentlemanly behavior in tennis. And some not so gentlemanly. Dan, up next, Raider Nation. More trouble from Antonio Brown. You'll have the details.
After the Riders beat the Bombers on a last-second field goal on Labor Day weekend, they're going to square off once again Saturday. It's the annual Banjo Bowl. Winnipeg lost long snapper Chad Rempel to injury Sunday after he was taken down by Saskatchewan's LeVar Edwards. That left Mike O'Shea all fired up at Riders coach Craig Dickinson.
I don't have issues with Craig. He's a good coach. He's got his team playing extremely well, and I think it was blown out of proportion. Anytime you lose a guy, you don't like it. I mean, I like our players, and I like when they stay healthy. So when a guy's got to leave a game, and I just wanted to voice my displeasure and see where that took us, but it didn't take us anywhere, really.
First of all, I love that CFL head coaches wear shorts.
Mike O'Shea does what Mike O'Shea wants to do.
I would not want to get in that guy's way at all. But this is going to be exciting, the Banjo Bowl, Dan, because it is for first place in the CFL West, and it is part of our CFL triple header on Saturday.
I don't know if we have enough people to call it. We might have to call one of these games.
I wonder if we should get our social media guy, Danny Wright, to put that up as a poll on Twitter. Should Jay and Dan call one of the triple header games this Saturday?
There's these idiots. They don't know what they're talking about.
So that's Dan. Dan's Twitter voice. I think we do a great job. Antonio Brown took to social media to voice his displeasure with 2 separate fines he's received for the Raiders so far this year. Brown shared the letter showing he's been fined nearly $54,000. He missed practice. He was originally fined $40,000 for missing camp. That was August the 18th. 4 days later, he was fined another $14,000 for missing the team's walkthrough when the Raiders played in Winnipeg. The good news is he's finally found a solution for his helmet. He will wear one of the league-issued models, the Zenith Shadow. He lost 2 grievances against the NFL. He wanted to wear his old helmet, and they said, no, you gotta get something new. Wouldn't let him do it. You might say to yourself, seems like Antonio Brown is that guy at work who complains all the time.
Yeah, he's the producer Tim of the NFL.
Exactly, and that sometimes means the team's not going to run too smoothly.
When the helmet stuff was going on, I was on his side. I'm like, okay, I got it. He wants to play with the helmet that doesn't jiggle around on his head, but now you don't air
it's too much. Come on, last season, he doesn't even play the end of the season. He's feuding with all his teammates.
You don't air your dirty laundry is another term I don't get, because you would be airing out your clean laundry, because you put your clean laundry on the line, not your dirty laundry.
That's a good point by you.
A lot of these sayings need to go the way of the...
Well, I don't know if anyone uses the dirty laundry saying anymore.
Okay. Good chat. Oh, it's the Jay and Dan podcast. We talk about the Orono Fair. It's this weekend.
It's the worst play
I want to show you
of the
it.
day. Royals outfielder Ryan McBroom. Where's his alignment card? Where should he stand in the field?
Look where it is. Top of his.
Turns out it's on his head.
Oh, there's somebody in the stand.
He has pockets. He has perfectly good pockets. Highlight of the night.
Rios.
Andrew Benintendi.
Back a diving play.
The check swing. Jose Barrios.
By Jose
Barrios. I just blew it there. You say Barrios, I say Barrios.
Hey, we blew it. We messed up a few things. Well, Jerry Jones blew it. He said he gave Zeke a $100 million deal. It was a $90 million deal. So he's giving him $10 million more bucks. And you blew it. You struggled saying Bencic versus Vekic.
Yeah.
Which, in your defense, is kind of tricky. But one thing we didn't mess up on, and that's for taking care of little Gino Retta, our new pet centipede. Take a look at this montage of wonderful moments from the show. Little guy scurrying away. Look at him!
So quick.
Fast as lightning. There he is playing on the
came
table.
Came onto the desk. He's pretty limpy there. Goodbye.
And he's gone. And is he okay?
He's gone. He's not there anymore, so.
I'm sure that wasn't that far to fall. So either way, a little Gino Retta, in honor of our friend Gino, who's bringing each of us a big tub of delicious homemade marinara tomorrow.
Oh. So I guess we won't have pass to eat it with, and we'll just have to drink it?
I'll bathe in it. During our post-game show, after the Bears and Packers, I'll be bathing in Gino's marinara.
In night.